Welcome to this short webinar. My name is Mike Wood. I am your mentor and your presenter here. We are going to talk about getting started with Google Keyword Planner today. Now, the Keyword Planner is part of Google's ad system, Google Ads, which is a paid platform to drive traffic to your website. However, we oftentimes want to use the Google Keyword Planner without paying for ads before we're ready to pay for ads, right? And so if we go to ads.google.com, as you can see in the address bar up at the top left here, that'll take you to this screen here or something similar to it. Now, one of the frustrating things about creating these videos is websites constantly change, and Google is constantly changing what their page looks like. And so, I'll do this video today, and then tomorrow or a week from now, you might be watching it and it'll look a little different. So keep that in mind. It might switch up a little bit. What I'm going to do is try to explain how to get through this without having to enter a credit card. And if you see this platform later when the video, the video's been up for a little while and it looks a little different because Google's changed their website, just try and focus on the basic nuances or the technique that I teach, recognizing that the page might look a little different. So when you get to this first page on Google Ads, ads.google.com, we're just going to go up here to sign in. Now, you need to be signed in to a Gmail account in order for this to work. So we are already signed in to a Gmail account on this browser, and so it'll recognize that. So we click sign in. And so we're going to use that account that we're signed into. So this is a Google tool. It's part of what you have available if you have a Gmail account. Now, on this next screen, this is where you've got to start being careful. The way Google works with their ad system is they set this up so that when you click sign in, they bring you to this page where they ask you, well, what's your advertising goal? Well, again, we don't want to create an advertisement, right? If you click on any of these, or if you click next, it's already defaulted to one, then you're locked in. From there, you have to put in a credit card. There's no going back. So we don't want to click on the obvious options. What we want to look for is a hidden link, word link, so a text link, which we see down here. See this? Right down at the bottom, we see, are you a professional marketer? Switch to expert mode. That's what we want, is to look for the hidden link, not the obvious. And so it may say something different later, but right now, as I'm creating this video, it says switch to expert mode. So that's what we're going to click, is the less obvious link at the bottom of the page. We click that, and then they try to get you on the second page. The second screen, they're still trying to push you into creating an ad. So again, I want you to think about this. We've got all these options here. If we click on one of these, it'll force us to do a credit card. If we click continue, it'll force us to do a credit card. So what do we need to click on? We don't want the obvious. We want a text link, right? So we want this right there. Create an account without a campaign. So if we do that, then it will not require us to set up a campaign and enter a credit card. We can get into their system without having to enter the credit card information. So here we just want to set up our time zone and make sure that that is correct, which I think we would do mountain time for this one. So whatever your time zone is, you're going to put that in here, okay? And then if you're in the U.S., then it's going to be U.S. dollar. This cannot be changed. This information will be used to create your account. You can't change these settings later, so choose carefully. So if you choose the wrong time zone, it's always going to be the wrong time zone. It's just the way it is, okay? So, all right, so there we're in. That's it. Simple as that. Clicking on those hidden links instead of the obvious buttons, we can get through without entering a credit card. And so now we can click Explore Your Account, and we can get started on going to the keyword tool, which can be found under this Tools and Settings right here. Now that is something that changes a little bit too. I think they'll probably keep that little wrench icon, and so you'll usually have that, but it might change in the account. I've seen it sometimes, and I'm wondering if we shrink this, if that'll change the way it looks. Because sometimes I've seen it where instead of going down and then long, it just comes straight down in the page. Yeah, like this. And so either way, what we're looking for is the planning section, and then under planning, keyword planner. And that's what we want to get to. That will allow us to do some keyword research, and we should be able to do that without having to pay. So if we stretch this back out, just so you can see what it looks like. So we're going to we don't need that little pop-up that came up there. We can close that. So if we go here to this one, the planning is over here and keyword planner is right there, which takes us to this same page where it says keyword planner, and we want to go to discover new keywords, and that's how we begin our keyword research. Now my other webinars will explain this in more detail to walk you through how to do this research. Some of those are older and I need to redo those as well, but that's just going to be a matter of time to update those. But this at least will get you started, get you into the right place, and then the bulk of those webinars is still up to date, and who knows, by the time you're watching this, I might have the newer ones available. And so this is where we start by putting in our keyword, our seed phrases, which means we're planting a seed and letting Google build upon that. Okay, so twisted wood art, for example, in this case. And we can put 3 or 4 phrases in there and then get results, and that will give us a whole list of other phrases that are relevant.